believe I am live now. I see a couple of people here. How you doing? I'm Jim. I've been writing a song a week. Hey, David. This is one of them that came out. I'm going to play some of what's been happening while I've been writing these songs very quickly. And on Patreon, I explain a little bit more about my process with these. So if you join my Patreon, which is Jim Infantino, like all my socials, you can hear my thoughts about songwriting if you like the way I write. Blue was her favorite color, and she wore that hand-me-down dress, twirling in the kitchen where her mom could see her best. And the dress had white and purple, some yellow in there too. In spite of all the other colors to her, it was blue. Blue was her favorite color. Sometimes we went out for a walk. Times we'd walk in silence, and others we would talk. But I didn't care either way. I loved whatever we would do. And even when the sky was cloudy to us, it was blue. It was blue. People get more layers as we grow and shed our skin. Start out full of wonder and try to find it all again. Blue was her favorite color, and now she also likes some greens, like fern or moss or forest, just not every shade between. And the dress went to a neighbor, faded to a lighter hue, bright and right for twirling, and blue, and blue, and blue. So that one was, oh hey, hi Daria, hi Jamie's. Nice to see you all here. That one was, see I'm checking my, I need to raise this a little bit. My iPad has the lyrics. See, I can bring this up a bit, just slightly. So I haven't memorized these yet. They're all kind of new. And I don't This one I don't think I played since I recorded it. And this one wasn't prompted. The other one was, the prompt was the color blue. And this one doesn't have a prompt. In a strange and distant future, in which Buddhism merges with Islam, and humanity settles the galaxy, according to the writer Frank Herbert and his son Brian, if you read those books. Omnius and Erasmus, created by the Cymex, who call themselves the Titans, enslaved by their own AI tech, who pissed off Serena Butler, who with the Harkonnens and the Atreides and all of their family atomics nuked the Titans back to Hades. This was the Butlerian Jihad. It ended with the Titans. It ended the Titans, but not the AIs, who would later seem to be destroyed only to emerge in an extremely distant future, too trippy to discuss here. And it's a long, long way to the future. And it's a long, long way past the moon. And it will take me a long time to tell you how you do. Well, the Butlers became the Carinos, enforcing Serena's command, banning all thinking machines by force, and empire standing on sand. And the Harkonnens were damned as traitors, 'cause they refused to nuke the sky. And a scholarly sisterhood formed and said they could sniff out any lie. And ironically, they had a secret plan to control the bloodlines of the ruling families to ensure the best possible outcome for humanity and their own order. What could possibly go wrong with that? And it's a long, long way to the future. And it's a long, long way past the moon. And it will take me a long time to tell you how you do. When the mighty Spacing Guild formed at year one, and the race to hoard spice had officially begun, all eyes then turned toward Arrakis, with its deserts, its worms, its Fremen, and its dust. The only substance in the universe that would allow the Spacing Guild's navigators to fold space, but which also had life-extending properties and got you really, really wasted. While the Empire and the Spacing Guild and the League of Nobles, the Landsraad, and the Bene Gesserit Sisterhood all fought for control of Arrakis, 10,000 years went by until the 84th Padishah ruler teamed up with the Harkonnen Baron to cancel the Atreides dukedom. And by cancel, I mean, unalive. And it's a long, long way to the future. And it's a long, long way past the moon. And it is taking me a long time to tell you how you do. The survivors, Lady Jessica and the late Duke's son Paul, would escape to live with the Fremen and to ride on Shai Hulud, that's a sandworm, and Jessica, who's a Bene Gesserit, and Paul, with his witchy weirdness, used the spice to defeat the Emperor in a way too complex to explain here. But it's detailed in a book, and you could buy it at the local bookstore or borrow it from the library if you want to know more. And it's a long, long way to the future. And it's a long, long way past the moon. And it has taken me this long to tell you how you do. How you do. This is how you do. How you do. book is The Mind Killer. So, yeah, that one I haven't quite got right yet, but I like how complicated it is. Anyway, I'm here. I'm here for you. And if you've got a request, I will do my best to honor it, as long as I remember it and I can play it, and it's one of my songs. Yeah, I've been writing these story songs. So that one, of course, is the story of what happens before the first Dune books, and then it incorporates a lot of the stuff that Brian Herbert, and there's another writer, put together to write those, which I read. I think I read most of them. I don't think I read the one about the Bene Gesserit Sisterhood, but I was also just watching that series. So anyway, I had to write about something. Anyway, so that's what I've been up to. I've been writing these things once a week, and they get goofy. They get goofy. I have a song list here that I can refer to. And let me know if there's something you want to hear. Not funny. It's nothing I really want to play yet. Although, I'm going to do a low version of this one. Seems... Can you all still hear me? I think you can, right? I'm seeing some numbers. Yeah. All right. Angry white guy, biting the bullet, biting his tongue, biding his time, ringing the bell, throwing the curve, stacking the deck, drawing the line, all things being equal. All things being equal, all things being equal, they're not. Angry white guy, pounding the beat, pounding the man, beating the rap, digging the ditch, digging it deep. Dogs spring in the trap. All things being equal, all things being equal, all things being equal, they're not. After all, isn't God an angry white guy? After digging the dig at the pig, we go hit the shindig out in the burb claves where the homes are big. And then we're mixing it up and we're dancing it up in a cocktail. I'm laughing it up, cause everybody there just is a little bit tight, and everybody's white and they're leaning to the right. And that's when I hear you talking, you're talking this shite about the people in the ghetto, how they ain't living right, how they're lazy down on the scary side of town, how it's their own damn fault, how they keep themselves down. And my wide smile became a frown, and I had to slip up your trip and lay it down. This is a land of opportunity, not a land of charity, and those of immunity want to broaden this disparity. If you hear me clearly, you got some question about my clarity. Am I too light to be so pious, too white for this analogy? Well, the great Reverend so-and-so I know I'm not, but I recognize all the breaks that I got, 'cause my skin got me in and my skin got me by. My skin helped me win, I didn't have to wonder why. There's some people who had to grow up so much harder than I do. Say if I grew up in the projects, things might not be cool, no matter how much I worked, no matter how much I did to keep my language and color and heritage hid. So you roll up your windows and you pretend that you don't see them, and then you lecture us all on equality and freedom. How I wish a dark skin would grow all over you. We'd see who's got the same opportunity as who. All things being equal, all things being equal, all things being equal, they're not. After all isn't God. After all isn't God. An angry white guy. Angry white guy. Angry white guy. Angry white guy. I got a request. Goes out to Mike. It's right on the line. You can sort of see my chords here. I've tuned this one down. I don't even know what note. It's like a C sharp, maybe. And I have a half capo, sus capo. We used to call them sus capos, and now it means something different, you know? Whatever. This is called Prince Charming. I think you better cut all that hair off. Throw it out the window, climb down from that tower, flip the wicked witch the finger. Ain't no use to wait for him to get you. He's out chasing his own demons. Not like you can really blame him. You got demons of your own, and I hate to be the one to tell you, 'cause it don't seem so romantic, and that's the way it really goes. Now you know. You're gonna have to be your own Prince Charming. You're gonna have to ride your own stallion. You're gonna have to find your own castle. You're gonna have to raise your own sail. And there's gonna be a happy ending, but that's only the beginning. This ain't no fairy tale. It's true. It's real. It's you. Cinderella stepped out of her glass slippers and threw down that new apron, put on a pair of old Doc Martens and stomped right out the door. The prince was still chewing on his bacon as she hit the open road. Said life is full enough of disappointment without kissing any toad. And somewhere a band was playing, choo-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra. You go out and see the world, girl, have yourself a ball. You're gonna have to be your own Prince Charming. You're gonna have to ride your own stallion. You're gonna have to find your own castle. You're gonna have to raise your own sail. And there's gonna be a happy ending, but that's only the beginning. This ain't no fairy tale. You're gonna have to be your own Prince Charming. You're gonna have to ride your own stallion. You're gonna have to find your own castle. You're gonna have to raise your own sword. And it's gonna be a happy ending. Gonna be a happy ending. Gonna be a happy ending. I think I'm coming down with something. Sorry. It's true. It's real. It's you. Here, I gotta get a drink of tea. I'll be right back. Just going right over there. It's just tea, I swear. Good earth. All right, Utopia. Right on. Thank you. Do a little tune check. Nice to see you here. Yep. Yeah. I had a dream, and then my dream became a day job. And now I cannot find a friend to listen to me complain. I had a scheme, but then my scheme became a nightmare. I gotta find a scheme to fix it. I wanna sail away to Utopia, Utopia. Further and further on the edge of the horizon. Utopia, Utopia. Come about, we're tacking for Utopia. I had an ideal, and so I became a leader. But something has gone rotten, and I didn't see it coming. If I had a song, well then I could make it sweeter. Standing in the public square so they could hear me strumming. Utopia, Utopia. Further and further on the edge of the horizon. Utopia, Utopia. Come about, we're trekking for Utopia. Dear brother, I write you expressing all my past regrets. If I had more power, I could make word. If I have a scheme to get me out of prison, I never should have landed here. I didn't do nothing wrong. Under the wall and then floating in the ocean, then I will be free again, free to start all over in utopia, utopia. Further and further on the edge of the horizon, utopia, utopia. Come about, we're trekking for utopia. Utopia, utopia. Further and further on the edge of the horizon. Utopia, utopia. With the waves we're drifting for utopia. And now I didn't ask which version, Utopia. The other one is very different. Kind of similar, but different. Yeah. Welcome. Very welcome. Oh, where's my list? My list went away. Oh, I have to touch ID. Come on. Try again. All right. Do a little tunage. I have this great coffee table, but it's a little too low. I need like some cinder blocks or something underneath it. So, on Fat Tuesday, which is March 4th this year, I will be having a birthday party. And my birthday party is in the form of an open mic. So I invite you to come. It is on bigego.com. The announcement is there. And if you're a songwriter and you like to play, you can sign up. Sign up is at 6:30. It's my party, so I reserve the right to change the order and add people and stuff like that. So, and I'll be the host, and I will be listening and sort of a convivial atmosphere. Hey, Red Fraggle, me and Chuck. What's the other utopia? Oh, great question. Let me get to that. But so anyway, I'll be hosting an open mic. For friends, hopefully, and also for people who want to come. So that's going to be in Belmont, Massachusetts. Sorry for people who are in Georgia or, New Zealand, but that's where it's going to be. I'll look to the possibility of doing a webcast from there as well. If it's just simply setting up this mic and computer, then I will do it. And then maybe you can tune in if you're not there, and we can read your comments. If that probably sounds like a good idea, actually. So let's think about that. Probably that will happen that way. And that's really pretty much it. So if you're going to be in town, it'll be at the theater in the back of the First Church Belmont in Belmont, Massachusetts, right near Belmont Center. And that'll be March 4th, 7 o'clock. Sign up at 6:30. And we're probably going to only go until about 10:30 because, it's a theater and they're not used to staying open as late as open mics stay open, where you have 82 people on the sign-up sheet and everybody gets 2 songs. So we will not be able to have 82 people. Just won't. The other utopia is from the album Utopia Revisited, which I recorded in Iceland. And it's really different. It's like... taking the old roads now, taking the old roads now. Trees claw at the edges, sinkholes implode, taking the old roads now, taking the old roads now. We are not tigers, we are not wolves. Utopia, utopia. We are not tigers, we are not wolves, we are stories. We tell about ourselves, trees claw at the edges, sinkholes implode, taking the old roads, taking the old roads now. Utopia, 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 utopia. Further and further on the edge of the horizon. Further and further on the edge of the horizon. I shouldn't have landed here. I didn't do nothing wrong. Under the wall, floating in the ocean. That's an approximation. I'd like to write you a song to tell you everything you think is really right. It's really right. I'd like to write you a song to tell you everything you think is really wrong. It's really wrong. So at the end of all days, when the big man calls us all to heaven, he can tell you you were really right and everybody else was really wrong. So what? And I know I'm no better than you. I know I'm no better than you. But now it's right against wrong, left against might, black against poor, force against white, and it's here against wind, man against boy, boy against girl, girl against toy, and I know I'm no better than you. And I know I'm no better than you. like to write you a song to tell you everything you think is really right. It's really right. I'd like to write you a song to tell you everything you think is really wrong. It's really right. So at the end of all days, when the big man calls us all to heaven, they tell you you're really right, and everybody else was really right. Big whoop. And I know, I'm no better than you. 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 I am not properly hydrated, or I'm getting sick. It's triggering this tickle in the back of my throat. Very annoying. So I can't sing very hard. Everything must go. That was exactly what I was thinking of, David. That's very good. But what I'm going to do is run and get some water first. So I'm going to throw up my little intermission banner. Actually, what I'm going to do is advertise my Patreon. So anybody new here who isn't part of the Patreon, I'm adding more and more content all the time there. A lot of like videos talking about songwriting, a lot of that. First looks at podcasts, discussion, things like that. It's a nice community over there. So, and you get to support what I'm doing, which I really do appreciate. So I will be right back. Actually, I should really say that it's a 5-minute intermission. I will be right back, and then I will play Everything Must Go. Think about a request and then send it to me. right. Vandals. Yeah. Might be a problem. All of these songs might be a problem. Who knows? We'll see. Everyone in my immediate family is sick. I have managed to avoid it. Didn't take my vitamin D today, though. I really ought to. I'm just going to try not to strain. You and I saw our reflections when we knew we'd be missing our connection on the way to our vacation when time just wasn't on our side. 'Cause we're all gonna die and we don't know when. So what we gonna do until then? We're all gonna die and we don't know when. So what we gonna do until then? I'm gonna get real drunk, I'm gonna stay up late, I'm gonna stay at home by myself and master baking cake. I'm gonna be a freak, I'm gonna blow my mind, I'm gonna always say goodbye like it's the last time. I'm gonna ride, I'm gonna see the world, I'm gonna spend all my time with my little girls, I'm gonna fill my life with leisure and fun, I'm gonna hide in the woods with my dog and my gun. 'Cause you and I are reflections in the wind-blown lake of perception, neither soulful nor soulless, and time was never on our side. 'Cause we're all gonna die and we don't know when. So what we gonna do until then? Yeah, we're all gonna die and we don't know when. So what we gonna do until then? Out sail, one last show, guaranteed everything must go. Could be now, never know. Wrap it up, everything must go. 'Cause we're all gonna die and we don't know when. What we gonna do until then? Yeah, we're all gonna die and we don't know when. What we gonna do until then? 'Cause you and I are reflections when we knew, you and I saw our reflections flying over lakes of perception. That's why we thought that we were clouds when we've always only been the sky. Vandals. It's C minor, I think. Night they go out, paint the town. A doorway, a stairway, a hall. In the heart of the city when there's nobody else around. Dream writes dream on a big blank wall. And progress has got his face in a magazine. And stress got a bucket of blue. When the cops come, man, they're gonna split the scene. They in line down the alley away from view. And dreams of the future. And progress dreams of clean. And stress only dreams about stress all over everything. And who would sing about a couple of vandals? Progress and stress and dream. Stress has got a kind of brush, says it's Japanese. He brags he can tag about the size of a bus. Progress has got a pen in a pocket. He leaves a neat mark on a call box. And when it's dawn, progress says I gotta get some sleep. Yeah, says I never get enough. I'm in a school, I wanna be an architect. The stress says, yeah, you're just like the rest of us. Dreams of the future. Progress dreams of clean. And stress only dreams about stress all over everything. Who would sing about a couple of vandals? Progress and stress and dream. Dream goes home and she dreams a dream. Color red, yellow, and blue. On the biggest blank wall that you've ever seen. You're up there with the billboards, just like the big boys. And dreams of the future. And progress dreams of clean. And stress only dreams about stress all over everything. And who would sing about a couple of vandals? And who would sing about a couple of vandals? And who would sing about a couple of vandals? Progress and stress and dream. Dream. Thank you, Paul. Well, I needed to. Yep. I'm working on a song. I can't play it for you yet. I don't know. So you should follow the Real People, Real Songs thing. I don't have a banner for it. But it's on Facebook. It's run by Carrie Cooper. And It has been really interesting. Hey, Seth. Been interesting writing a song a week. It has been interesting to see the kind of songs that come out under pressure like that. I played a couple of them today. How You Doon, and It Was Blue. I also wrote one about Hannibal's trip over the Alps. That's up there. This is one that I wrote that I'm kind of proud of, that I really think I might keep. I think I did it in this key here. All right, I'm going to do my best. But that's a kind of cool song here. It's called Dissonance Lament. Harmony loves melody, but melody loves rhythm. They came to the party together, but melody left with them. Harmony cries in a minor key, while timbre offered her sympathy. Harmony rarely talks to me. I saw all of this from my kitchen. Harmony lives in between the second third floor landing, and also 2 floors above there. She has an understanding with theory, her landlord, and frequency, who often stops by with a pitch. One of these things is a rumor, but I don't know which. And I've made my peace with the idea of the harmony I keep in my mind. My peaks and troughs clash with other notes, no matter how I try to align. And I'm not afraid of vibration jostling me out of my skin and into my heart which is broken, so I can feel real again. Harmony slips easily into a casual exchange and slips away when dissonance, like me, try to engage. If only I could find a way to build a more suitable bridge, I know my song would be beautiful, but that's not the way it is. Harmony loves melody, but melody loves bass. They met up at the club tonight, downstairs from my place. And it sounds like they're all back together now, and rhythm is holding it down. I will admit I've been eavesdropping on every single sound, and I've made my peace with the idea of the harmony I keep in my mind. My peaks and troughs clash with other notes, no matter how I try to align. And I'm not afraid of vibration jostling me out of my skin and into my heart, which is broken, so I can feel real again. 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 Waveform developments, peaks and troughs. So, that's what I've been up to. I have been writing songs. I have been writing chapters. I do write chapters. They're just slow, but they're really good. And I do have an editor again. Dan, my editor, is working with me again. So I believe he will be working with me. We just had a conversation. So hopefully that will continue. And I've been teaching meditation Tuesdays. I don't do all of these, but Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 at Mindful Aware. So here's the deal. I think that one way that we fall victim to the time that we're in, aside from the obvious way of getting rounded up or something, is to live in constant fear and anxiety, and that's no good for you. And what combats fear and anxiety? Well, exercise can do that, but what else can do that is meditation. Meditation in which you can stimulate the vagus nerve through breath, mindful breath, but also working with your mind, getting to the source of your fear and getting familiar with the way your mind tends to rile you up into a panic, which, does serve you well if there are predators around constantly chasing you, but it's not really how things work in the modern world. So meditation is important. So I teach every 2 weeks, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I also teach every Wednesday night at 7 p.m., which may make more sense for some people here. That's Eastern time. So on the West Coast, unfortunately, that'd be in the middle of your workday, but that may not be a bad idea if you can take a half hour out. It's just a half hour of sitting. I will talk a little bit about what I've learned about meditation at the beginning, and then we'll sit for a half hour together, and then we can discuss it if you have time. So Wednesday nights, mindfulaware.com. There's a sign-up required. You can't just show up at the Zoom call. You have to get a link. And then your email address. You have to sign into Zoom so your email address is added to the list. Because one thing that can really wreck meditation is a Zoom bomber. So Zoom crasher. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I am also recording the next record with the band. We have a working title, and we have too many songs because I keep writing songs. But this song has been going through my head from the upcoming record. I have to ask, Seth, have you actually read my other 2 books? The more people read the books that I've written already, the more it lights a fire under my butt. But I feel like they're just going out there and nobody's reading them. Nobody knows about them. Because I'm a terrible promoter. But also, I feel entitled because I'm a white man. But y'all should read them. And then I will, so it's wakefulwanderer.com. It's the only way to get them. I took them off of Amazon because I'm just so damn pissed off at Jeff Bezos. So F him. You can buy them directly from me. You can get digital copies directly from me. I know Cory Doctorow did this, and he's right. Just direct from the author. It's also on Ingram Sparks, so libraries can order it, bookstores can order it. But they're not, because there isn't really a demand for it. They're good books, and they do kind of lay out an alternate economic theory that we could all try out. And actually, that we are trying out with buy nothing, sell nothing, and things like that. It's just not completely fleshed out. It is a gifting reputation economy. Gifting/reputation economy. Gifting economy by itself is a bit impotent, and reputation economy by itself is evil. So the two of them together help smooth out each other. And in the book, there's a society that is following that plan. Still problems with it, but far fewer than we are sort of witnessing with runaway wealth and oligarchy in this country. Well, in the world, really. In the world. 2/3 of the world lives under a dictatorship. So we shouldn't feel all that special. Bound up in the sound room, trying to find a sign. Measuring our output, little green lines. I shouted out to Ducky, said, "Are we ready to begin?" Ducky said, "Not anytime soon," and we got nothing. We got nothing. We got nothing. What do we got? We got nothing. We were hunkered in the bunker, trying to write a song. One that wasn't too obtuse and not too long. We were vacillating back and forth between espresso and gin. When Josh looked up from the empty page and said, "We got nothing. We got nothing. We got nothing." What do we got? We got nothing. We got nothing. We got nothing. What do we got? Got nothing. wise man once told me, no matter where you gaze, there's nothing in this universe that stays. But what about this universe itself? He said with a gap-toothed grin. Well, it's mostly just kinda empty, ain't it? We got nothing. We got nothing. We got nothing. What do we got? We got nothing. We got nothing. We got nothing. What do we got? Oh, Ira, thank you. It's true. It is not just. All right. So, right, what I said made it sound like it was an Asimov, right? Which is one guy explaining how, an explainer. And there is an explainer in the book. There's Mardo, who is an explainer. But Mardo's got a personality and some struggles, and hopefully you care. So, yes, it's a story. It's not just an idea. Seth was saying, shocked how many friends in medical and bioresearch have just now had their work paralyzed by the new chaos administration. Makes wakeful wonder feel a bit more urgent. Yeah. I mean, if everybody decided to do things that way, it would pull the rug out from under them, for sure. Anyway, I gotta find a good way to end here. Hey, listen to my podcast too. Lionel and I have been having some great guests. We had a Russian expert actually recently, Russian historian, somebody who'd lived in Moscow for 16 years, and talked about managing a blues band there. So those two episodes are up, and then next week Don White will be. We just did the interview, but a great interview with Don White talking about comedy and his comedy process, which is very meticulous, kind of surprising. So what do you think? I think I might play Destructible to take us out. Is that cool? Or is there something else on tip of your, anything that I can do to raise your spirits or send you off in the world with an open heart? What can I do for you? Any ideas? If not, it's going to be Destructible. Great to see so many friends. Lionel say, that would be great. I don't know. Let me do a little piece of it. It was like, it's this strange song that I wrote in college, and I recorded it with Lionel, who was in college with me. And then I ended up playing it, but it was fun because I could get the audience on either side of the room to do funny, not funny, funny, not funny, which then became the name of the podcast decades later. So it was like, funny, not funny. Funny, not funny. Funny, not funny. Lionel say, hey, 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 hey. Lionel say, hey, 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 hey. I'm doing it wrong, dude. And then it was just like, I don't know. I'll have to work out some kind of arrangement for it to make it interesting. I'm in love with this song still. I'll have a new song a week coming out on Monday. Keep an eye out, and I'd love to get your comments on these. So they're up. I try to repost them on my Facebook page, but they're also, and also they're on my Patreon page. But I'd love to hear your feedback, because these are like slapdash, really quick. So, you know, I get insecure. Love to hear whether you like them or not. The indestructible man is bathing naked in the fountain. 'Cause what does he care what other people think? Nobody can hurt him, nobody can stop him, because he is an indestructible man. The indestructible man has a beard down to his knees. He used to yank it out, but it's been centuries. His hair is wild, he combs it with his fingernails, which grow until he chews them with his indestructible teeth. And despite all the dangers in this world, I'm glad that I'm destructible. The indestructible man doesn't care about the war. He's walking barefoot through the minefield. People wave their hands and shout, but he just shrugs and sighs as the explosion throws him 30 feet in the air. The indestructible man can't let other people love him, 'cause he might love them back and they're destructible. Criminals and governments might threaten them with harm, and he would become their indestructible slave. And despite all the sickness in this world, I'm glad that I'm destructible. The indestructible man is spitting curses at the dogs. They're stinking up his favorite spot for napping. He used to own a home, but then it quickly fell apart, and now he sleeps out under the indestructible stars. The indestructible man sometimes thinks of going home, he can love and hug and brush his hair. But he would be an ordinary nobody at home, and here he is, an indestructible man. And despite the short length of this life, I'm glad that destructible. I'm glad that I'm destructible. I'm glad I am. Thanks for coming and hanging with me. I may seem like a guy who's partying all the time, but I rarely get out, and I work by myself all day. So it is really nice to connect with you all, I must say. All right. So think about March 4th if you're in town. The Second Friday concerts. I'm having my birthday there, and I'm hosting an open mic. So you can see it at bigego.com if you're around, and we'll try and webcast it. And I'll see you. Maybe I'll be able to like webcast it and like read your comments and respond to you while the people are playing, so I can be rude to them. All right, so hang in there. Try some meditation with somebody if you haven't. I think we're going to be okay, but I'm not sure how. All right, see you next time, 2 weeks from today. Cheers.